Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Dropping into Happiness. We are your hosts. I am Rachel.
And I'm Maggie. Hey.
Yay. Well, this one's going to be a really, really fun episode. We've had you guys ask us questions here and there about, fast food. What's our favorite thing? What's our go-to? And I think like at least 4 or 5 episodes ago, Maggie, you were even like, we need to have one about fast food. Like we need to talk about this. This is serious.
Yes, so, I'm very passionate about it.
I know. So I do want to make sure that everybody knows. I know we announced it last week, but there is a new merchandise in the merch store. You can get to it through our Instagram. There's a link tree right there, and it'll pop you over to our Dropping Into Happiness merch store. Awesome stuff. We've got shirts, tote bags, mugs. I think there's even like the metal water bottle. There's even some jogger pants. I mean, all sorts of cool stuff. So you can hit it through the link tree, and that'll take you right to it. And then we have another announcement. What's our other one, Maggie?
Yes. So if y'all aren't following our Instagram, Dropping Into Happiness Pod yet, it's a great resource. We share a lot of kind of insight information. We announce new episodes and kind of sneak peek the upcoming theme for each episode. We're really close to 500 followers at the time of recording this podcast. So we'd love to hit that exciting milestone. And when we do, we're going to do a giveaway of some of our favorite things, some things we've recommended, things that we really love. So again, if you want to be in the know, make sure you're following us, Dropping Into Happiness Pod, and be on the lookout for more details for the giveaway.
Yes, like you said, that's where we communicate with you guys on there a lot more. It's that one-on-one, because I've had people tease and tell me, I was listening to the podcast and I started to answer you and you didn't hear me. So I'm like, well, obviously. But so that's where we hear you, is on Instagram a lot. We will talk back. We will hear. We communicate. So it's a fun place to be. But hopping right in, guys. So when I was thinking about this episode, I know where my brain goes. So I had a question to kick this off for Maggie. So Maggie, first of all, me and Maggie are on opposite sides of the United States. So say I show up and I'm like, hey, Mag, let's go out to eat. Where do you want to go?
Mexican food.
Yeah. She's like,
does that count?
Yeah. I'm like, because right? I mean, I feel like everybody has that like go-to. Like, that's what I want. That's where I want to go. That's what I want to have. So what is your go-to, like, when you go to Mexico? Is it like fast food Mexican or like sit-down restaurant Mexican?
Well, I can do both.
Okay.
So for my sit-down Mexican food, I have kind of my non-negotiable meal. It's just my favorite thing to get, which is chicken enchilada, rice, and beans. Yeah. And really the points for me, I follow WW for those that don't know, just in case there are people out there. I feel like it's fairly doable. Like I can work it in. It is going to end up being a little bit higher point because I throw some chips in there, into the mix. But that's my go-to. In terms of fast food, Taco Bell. Of course. Do y'all have Taco Bell in California? Please say yes.
Oh, well, honey, Taco Bell started in the town that I live in. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So do you like Taco Bell?
No.
Oh. I'm so sad for you.
I'm probably gonna get some shade for this from other Californians. I don't like In-N-Out either. I just don't.
Oh, I tried In-N-Out one time in Texas.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked the burgers, but I wasn't a huge fan of the fries.
Yeah, I'm just
but
not
In-N-Out doesn't really have low point options.
Kind of. You can get it protein style, so it's without the bun, and it's with like really nice like lettuce. Yeah, and it's always that really crunchy lettuce, but I'm just not a fan. But like Taco Bell, I'll do it if my kids absolutely want to. But I lived in Indiana briefly, and my friends in Indiana. First of all, everybody in Indiana always vacations in Florida, and that was everyone that I met's favorite was Taco Bell. And I'm like, that's so funny. Like, I don't know why they thought that was funny. But I'm like, I guess because I think in Southern California, Del Taco's a bigger thing here than Taco Bell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with Del Taco.
Yeah, and Del Taco, when I was living in Texas, I remember when they opened a Del Taco, it was almost an hour away from my house. And I didn't realize it until 7 p.m. one night. You best believe I grabbed my keys and my purse and I drove down that hour down there to go get it like immediately. Because every time I fly back from Texas, from Texas to California, my mom knew, on the way home, we were stopping to get Del Taco. Like that was my absolute, I have to have Del Taco. But yeah, not these days, but it was a big, big part of my life for a while. Right. So what is your go-to at the Taco Bell though? Like, what do you do?
Because I will admit my go-to at Taco Bell looks a lot different than my go-to in the past.
Yeah.
I used to get a lot of things that add up to a lot of points. So if you're looking to spend a few points, my cheesy gordita crunch for
Oh, yeah.
17 points is definitely the way to go. However, I usually do a Doritos Locos taco with beef, which is 5 personal points. You can get the chicken soft tacos, which are,
Yeah.
I believe, it may have changed with personal points, but you can do 1 for 4 or 2 for 7. So that's where the WW math
Huh.
works out in your
Yeah.
favor. And then they also have my favorite side item, pintos and cheese. So it's just refried beans with some mozzarella on top and hot sauce, 3 points. I mean, you can have a big meal. And what
And
I haven't tried yet, and I want to, is I don't know if they call them protein bowls or just bowls, but they have like chicken and rice and black beans and lettuce. And I think you can have, and potatoes, and the whole bowl is like 10 to
wow.
12 points or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's been on my list to try. I haven't gotten to it yet, but there's actually surprisingly low point options at Taco Bell.
There really is. Like, and when
Mm.
we say points, like Maggie said, that's for those WW people. But right, it's for those who
Low
are not.
calorie also. Yeah.
Yes, and I love how a lot of places are making sure to have their calories, posted on the menu or on the drive-through. And I just had a member, a WW member, tell me that today. I think she had gone to Dunkin' or something, and she was like, and she was fairly new, so it was her first sticker shock item, is what I like to call it.
Hmm.
When you think, oh, that won't be too bad, and then you check it, and you're like, holy cow, that's a lot of points. But she was saying how she loved how, because once you go on a wellness journey, you start to notice these things. Like I was like, oh, I
Hmm.
love that they have those calories listed. I love that they have these, the serving sizes are smaller. And but that protein bowl sounds a lot like something I do. There's this place in Southern California called Chronic Taco. I don't think it's outside of Southern California right now.
They have one in Orlando.
Okay. So, but
Yeah, I've been to it one time.
I
It's
get the
great.
bowl. And I always do 1 scoop of rice, not 2, because that makes it much higher in points. But I do the 1 scoop of rice. I do my chicken. I do pico. I do a little bit of lettuce. I do pinto beans. Like it's very similar. Yeah.
I just thought of Chipotle too.
Yes.
Chipotle is a
Yes.
great option for low points and again things that you can build, and you can add points to your budget from veggies or again I'm talking WW lingo here, but I mean great go to where you kind of get to control what's going into your
Yeah.
meal. I think that's really nice. So I forget about Chipotle, and you can get the kids tortilla chips.
Yeah.
And it comes in a little tiny baggie. It's so cute, 4 points. So you don't even have to think about.
That
It's just
is a great tip,
it's
though. So my husband, there's this place called Super Burrito. There's only one in the world, and my husband loves it. And the burritos are humongous, though. And and I'm the type of person that I'm like, I'm not going to finish this, and then I finish it. Like, I'll say, oh, I'll cut it in half, and then I immediately eat the other half. So I asked them one day, I was like, do they have kids burritos? And he was like, I don't know. So he asked them, and sure enough, so I get the kids burrito, which to me is a normal sized burrito. So if you're going somewhere that has those really big options, look at the kids menu. They're not going to not sell you something. Like I do not like it's a much better serving size. Yeah, that's a great trick for some places. Just like ask for the kids size, ask for the kids menu.
Easier to manage for sure.
So much.
Yeah.
So I know, because that was kind of the next thing I wanted to ask you. Like, what are kind of your tricks? Like when you go to fast food, like if there's like something you always do, you always get. Like I won't get French fries. I just don't. I don't get French fries because that is.
Y'all can't see my face right now if you're not watching on YouTube. I'm like, you don't get French fries?
If
like
you look
ever?
at the whole thing, like it's so like the French fries have so much calories and so much oil, and so for WW so many points. I can still get like a burger, and I can still get I go grilled though, usually grilled chicken sandwich, and I can load that up. But French fries add so much
it's
to
the
it.
point.
So
the points are fast.
One of the things that I've changed, I'm like, I don't get a soda and I don't get French fries, and basically everything else I'm pretty much game for because I can work with that. But tickety dang, those French fries are so high points. So so kids menu and no French fries are my tricks that I do.
Yeah, which sometimes I split my fries with Seth. He's always down to do that, so that helps. But fries are one of those where they're a little more of a non-negotiable for me. One thing, so I love a good breakfast sandwich, and I have some two different ones that I would recommend for quick, easy actually three. So McDonald's, the Egg McMuffin. Now what I do, and for friends who know me, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, okay, Maggie. I do the no butter. So it drops the points down 2 points less for no butter.
You just ask
And
them
then
and you say no butter?
Yeah, it's
know
like a
you could do that.
Starbucks. It's like a Starbucks order, honey. They will customize it for you. And then they'll do I'll do sub for folded egg. So normally the Egg McMuffin comes with a rounded egg. I just prefer the texture of the folded egg. So since eggs are 0 points for me, I swap them out for folded egg. So that's a 6-point sandwich for me. It would be 8 points that way if you do not have eggs, a 0. And the calories, it's like less than 400 calories, I know for sure. And then surprisingly, McDonald's hash browns are 4 points. So that's not too crazy. And then Starbucks, they have the reduced fat turkey bacon sandwich, which is less than 300 calories.
That's not what it's called anymore, though. Every time I try to find it on the menu, I know it's not called the reduced fat turkey bacon.
It's just like turkey sandwich or something
like that, because I know that name by heart, and I like to pre-order. I don't like to get in line. I pre-order my Starbucks, and because I have kind of a complicated like drink order, because I'm like, well, with this size and not this, and I need this done, and I want it like, and so I just prefer to just put it all in there, so it just like prints out for them. And it's not called that anymore, but it is in there. It's
right. It has turkey in the name, breakfast sandwich, so it's like turkey, egg white. Something else maybe on the English muffin. So 6 points. And then at Starbucks also they have the spinach egg white feta wrap.
Ooh.
That's 8 points, so it's a little bit higher, but again, for fast food, not bad. And it's big and warm and so amazing. So I definitely would recommend that. Then Chick-Fil-A.
Yes.
Egg white grill. Again, I have chicken as 0, so that really kind of impacts my points. But again, low calorie for those that are not on WW.
High in protein. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And again, it comes with egg white on the sandwich. It's called the egg white grill, but I get mine with folded egg again because I prefer the texture. And it's a great way for me because the points don't really change, but I can get in more calories and make sure, my body's getting enough food. So at Chick-fil-A, you were talking about French fries earlier. You know what I don't find worth it anymore? Their hash browns, because their hash browns are 9 points.
Oh,
and
wow.
They're like little rounds, and there's not a lot of them. So I don't get hash browns anymore. I used to pre-WW. So that's a lot of my like breakfast hacks. I think I went through all of them. Dunkin' has the wake up wrap, which vary in points depending upon what you get in it, and it's like a tortilla breakfast kind of wrap, which they're pretty good, around like 4 to 6 points depending on the protein in them. So no, did I even answer the question? What my tricks?
When you mentioned Chick-fil-A, though, I totally forgot. When I lived in Texas, I would go. I had a Gold's Gym. I love my Gold's Gym, and I would go to the gym. Actually, there was this one Zumba instructor, and she was amazing. But she was at a gym 20 minutes from me. You best believe I drove that 20 minutes to go to her class because I loved her class. But right afterwards, the Chick-fil-A was in the same parking lot, and I'd go through Chick-fil-A. And I remember my mom was like, I can't believe you're doing that. You just went to the gym. Why are you going to Chick-fil-A? No, I would get an unsweet iced tea. I would get the naked nuggets, and I would get a fruit bowl. It's phenomenal options. Like on WW, I think it only comes out to 1 point because you have to take the point for the fruit because they put some sort of preservative on it.
The mandarins are in link juice or something. The grilled nuggets are a great option. You can get an 8 count or a 12 count. They have the cool wrap, the grilled cool wrap, which is 5 points now if you do it without the dressing, which their honey roasted barbecue dressing or sauce is 2 points for the whole packet, and usually I only use 1. The grilled chicken sandwich, again, y'all, this is a wild hack that I learned from the Instagram world. When you order the grilled chicken sandwich, it comes on the multi-grain bun. So I think it's 6 or 7 points, but if you swap it out for the just regular bun that they put on the other like fried chicken sandwiches, it's actually less points for that bun.
What?
And then if you get it with no butter, you can have that grilled chicken sandwich for 4 points.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah, it's like
talking about bread.
Can't beat it.
Subway. I don't know what possessed me to do this one time, but I compared all of the breads at Subway and because I'm not a big wheat fan. I just not.
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
solid wheat bread. I'm not a big fan, but I love me a sandwich. The Italian, the regular Italian, not the Italian herb and cheese. The regular Italian in WW is the same amount of points as the wheat. It has the same kind of calories, and to me, it tastes a lot better. So if you're not a big wheat person like me, yeah, just do the Italian. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The big tip, I think, too, is looking in the app ahead of time, because you might be surprised. I think, kind of like what you were saying with your mom, it was these fast food places, they get these bad raps, these labels of like, oh, well, that's bad food, or you can't have that when you're on a diet.
Yes.
No, I mean, first of all, nothing's off the table anyway. And second of all, there are some great options for low point and low calorie. And, like we were talking Chick-fil-A heavily, but Wendy's too has a great grilled chicken sandwich.
They
It's
do.
delicious, very low in points. I mean, most fast food places have some type of grilled chicken, and then just ask them like, hey, well, you do no butter, and then again, you can kind of
no
cut
mayo,
some of the points from that. No mayo. Oh my gosh, mayo. If mayo is not a non-negotiable for you, cut that. It saves a lot of points to do no mayo.
You can do no
like,
mayo and extra veggies if you wanted to. Like you can honestly load it up. I do that at Subway. Like the Subway's a really great go-to for me. But I have one more question, and this might be kind of a funny one. So what is your worth it item? Like the one thing that you're like, I know this is going to be a really high point day, but it's worth it. Like what is your worth it? Because I know exactly.
Can I pick
what
two?
Is. Yeah.
Can I pick two? So if we're sticking in the realm of fast food.
Yes.
First is, I don't know if they have this on the West Coast, but Culver's.
Yes.
Okay. Culver's Deluxe burger, no cheeseburger, no mayo, with fries. The points are high. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember off the top of I always track it, but I can't remember off the top of my head if it's like 17 for the burger and for the fries. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Definitely. I love that. That's a go-to for me for a more indulgent moment. And then I get judged hard for this by my partner, Seth, because I live in Florida where I can get real fish. A fillet of fish from McDonald's with a medium fry and a large Diet Coke.
One. Yeah.
I love a fillet of fish. It's 12 points, and I have to have it with the fries. I'm sorry, I just can't. Maybe one day I'll be like Rachel and I can say no to fries. I can't do it. Well, I have to have it. It's the combo with the Diet Coke.
Yes. One of my worth it. So we have Cane's, Raising Cane's. I don't know if everybody knows what Raising Cane's is.
Oh my gosh, yes. I ate that like every day in college.
Once a month, I'm like, like I'll even tell my kids like we're having Cane's. So I'm like, I don't. What do you want from Cane's? Because that's what I'm getting. Like I'm just like, this is what I'm getting, and I don't get the big one. Like I get the 3 strips, but like with the Texas toast, and I do all of the crinkle cut French fries, and I get an extra cane sauce with an iced tea. Like it's like I think it's like 27 or 28 WW points, which is way more. It's like a day and a half worth of points for me, basically. But like I'm like, nope, this is.
I love Cane's, man.
Yes.
We have a similar place in here where I live called Guthrie's. It's basically the same thing. The chicken tenders, the special sauce, and Zaxby's is very similar to Cane's for those that don't have Cane's. I don't know if
there's one around here though.
Yeah, it's very similar, except at Cane's, I don't even think you can get salads. At Zaxby's, you can get salads.
No, and even their sandwich, it's the strips. Like they make like strips. They just stick the strips on
Texas toast. Their Texas toast worth the points. Just worth it.
Like
always.
My husband and my kids, they're always like, we don't have any extra of the toast. Like I have to get extra toast and extra cane sauce because I eat those French fries in the cane sauce. I dip my Texas toast in the cane sauce. I dip everything in the cane sauce. Yep. But speaking of sauce, that's another one too. Just today, so I've been saying this in workshops all week too. I work at a radio station during the day, and a lot of times restaurants will give us free food because they're like, here, talk about it on the air or on your social media. Well, McDonald's apparently has this new limited time, like spicy nuggets and spicy chicken sandwich. So they brought us a bunch of them. And they were like, oh, do you want to try some? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll have some. And of course, I get that one question. Are you allowed to have that? Give me the nuggets. But they were like, here, do you want some sauce? And I was like, no, it's okay. And they're like, why not? I was like, do you realize how much sugar is in the sauces? Like the sauce alone is what can really make or break it sometimes. Like at Chick-fil-A, I would get the nakeds and the fruit, but that Polynesian sauce or the honey mustard, just that one little container alone could be 6, 7, 8, 9 points. It's crazy how much added sugar and preservatives are in just some of the dips and sauces. So that's a little trick too, is like I'll pass on those, and that can really cut a lot out too.
Yeah. And we bring our food home to eat a lot. Like we'll go
Hmm.
through the drive-through and bring it home. So I
Yeah.
have like my G Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce, my G Hughes sugar-free
Yes.
ketchup, like light mayo,
Heinz
and of
has a
course like
sugar-free ketchup now too. Yeah, and it's really, I think it's really Heinz. Yeah, it's
yeah.
really really good. I feel like it tastes exactly the same, and so that's what I buy now, and it's 0 points for WW.
Yep,
It's just
winning.
tomatoes.
So, y'all, there's definitely ways to make fast food work, especially if it's just something like if you're like me and you just love fast food, like that ain't going to change. There are some people out there that might be listening to this and they're like, fast food, no way, not
Yeah.
worth it for me, like the quality or whatever. But I get down with it and you can make it work. And there
Mm-hmm.
are those lower point or lower cal swaps that give you the same vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest thing that can be beneficial is just looking things up ahead of time.
Yeah.
If you have the WW app, so many of those fast food chains are in the app. Just take a breeze through
And even if
and
you're not on
look.
WW, you can almost every single restaurant will have their nutrition guide on, like even the cookie places like Crumble and all those. They
Oh
have
my gosh,
their nutritionals. Oh yeah,
I
those
looked up
cookie
the
crumbles
points for
like ridiculous.
30
I have
something
to cut them up.
points.
I quarter mine. We still have
Yeah,
cookies in my house. Hashtag here for the cookies. But
right.
like, yeah, I quarter. I make it. I just cut down on the serving size. Like, right, like you said, there's. My cousin wanted to join WW, and he was like, "Oh, just I'm always moving, and I eat out a lot. I don't think I can." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can absolutely work this into your day." So
Yeah. I
fun
lost 100 pounds
conversation.
eating
Yeah.
fast food at least once a week. At
Oh,
least
and
once a week.
pizza. Pizza is
Multiple times.
in my
Yeah.
wheelhouse all the
Yeah.
time. Pizza and cookies, and
Definitely.
I still lost over 100 pounds. Yes, it can be
So
done, guys.
it's possible.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go ahead, I think, and shift focus to our star goal
Yes.
and recommendation for the week because I
Yep.
could probably talk for an hour about
I
fast
know.
food.
Like,
But
I could easily keep going. Like we might have to do it like a round
part
2.
two.
Yeah.
We should definitely do like a little series on the Instagram, some type of something with the
Right?
fast
Some
food.
of our tricks,
Yeah.
some of the things that we get. Yeah, that would be fun too.
Hmm.
So, do you want to start then with your star goal?
Sure. So, in light of this week's conversation, I would like to pre plan one fast food meal. I'm not going to set a budget at this
Ah.
time. Like, it doesn't need to be low or whatever. I just want to be intentional and just go ahead and get that in the tracker because that is a big part of what makes this feel sustainable to me is
Yeah.
knowing that I can have those things. So, pre planning one fast food meal and then not really on topic at all, but just a product I wanted to recommend MOTIV8 Greens. So, this is a supplement. Supplements are not a necessity for weight loss. They're a benefit to overall wellness. So it's a daily dose of greens, superfruits, and veggies. So I mix a scoop into my water every single day.
Yeah.
And I've tried some greens in the past that are nasty. This tastes really good. It just tastes like a water enhancer. And for those that are on WW that might be curious, I do not count this towards a serving of veggies in my tracker
Oh, good to
because
know.
it's a powder and you drink it. It's not the same as if I were to eat like a big cup
Yeah.
of vegetables, right? So, but it has a lot of nutrients in it. Motivate, and I do have a code with them. So Maggie
Cool.
15% off. This is the tangerine flavor, sugar free. Would really recommend that.
I used your code to get
So
my headband, my HoneyBearBand. I
yeah,
used your
honey bear headbands. I loved it. We were wearing them in the last episode. If y'all watched it, we both had the headbands on. It was a
Yes,
very cute
I
moment.
know.
All right. What about you, Rachel?
So something that I had done in the past that helped me be very successful was plan out my week of dinners. Because like I have kids, I have a family, and I was getting very stressed out lately, and that was one of the things that I used to do regularly, and that really helped us from not going to grab fast food and not having to try to stay within my daily constantly. So when I plan out my meals, primarily dinners, I get the groceries. I know I have it. I know what I need, and it just makes my life a lot more easier. And I've got to get back into the habit of that because I did it last week. I got it all laid out, and so I'm going to do it again for this next week. So accountability. A lot of you have asked like, hey, when you guys tell us your star goals, you want to know how it goes. I will post my list of meals that I write out for the week. I will post that on our Instagram just for that accountability and to show you guys that I did it, because then that will make sure that I do it, because you guys are going to expect it. So, and then my recommendation is lay it out, right? Lay out whether it's your fast food game plan, whether it's your meals or your snacks, like have just that idea in mind. We don't have to, meticulously plan everything out, but know a go-to for your fast food restaurant so you don't feel sideswiped if you're running late or you're rushing or a friend's like, hey, let's go out to eat. Have that go-to just lay out a game plan and know your strengths and work with them. So that's my recommendation.
Yay!
Maggie, do you have a quote though? We have a quote for this week too.
Yes, I do. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, hold on. We're bringing up the notes. I'm bringing out my planner that I recommended. Okay, so this was from a workshop member and friend named Nanette. I believe she does listen to our podcast.
Yay, thank you.
So she said, do something today that your future self will be proud of. And I love that one.
I love that one. Yeah, that is
so she brought it back to my attention. I was like, Nanette, I am writing that down in the planner. That is going in the podcast.
Awesome.
Yay. All right, y'all.
Well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So, hey guys, thanks for dropping by.
Have a magical day. Bye.
Bye.